victory and your team going to its first American Championship?
Well, before we get to the game, I thought he was going to be in here, but big congrats to Kevin McNamara on being inducted in the U.S. Basketball Writers Association Hall of Fame. I remember going back a little ways, and not to date Kevin, but reading his articles and his previews of the Atlantic 10 and things like that, and what he's done for college basketball, especially on the East Coast and in New England. It's really, really great to see that recognition for him. So big congrats to him, and can't wait to see him soon here to congratulate him in person. As far as the game, we talked about it had to be about basketball, not anything bigger than the basketball. And these guys went out and they hooped. And when I dap them up after they get introduced, and I give them a hug, what do I always say? Go hoop, right? I always say go hoop. And, it's something we've prided ourselves on here, that we've talked about in recruiting, get hoopers and let them hoop, and not turn them into robots, not turn them into statues, not turn them into anything other than the hoopers that they can be. And these two guys right here epitomize that. Two guys that I think at different times, have been told how good they could be, and probably at different times looked at us and said, "Are you sure?" And there's never been a doubt in my mind. And to watch their maturity, watch their growth, Barry since the summertime, Keyshawn over 2 years, and to have them kind of take the forefront of a lot of great efforts across the board is really a cool thing to see.
I have questions for the student athletes.
Barry's nervous.
When you're walking off the floor, you had a moment with Coach, pretty fired up Coach. What did he say to you coming off the court?
He just told me one more. We just trying to stay the course because we play Saturday, so we can't get overly excited.
Barry, the first half, it seemed like there was a point where you guys started to impose your will physically on them. Did it just sort of click like, okay, let's really go inside, let's go in the paint because this is where we're having success?
I mean, yeah, sometimes, I'm gonna talk about including me, like I start off like slow, and then when I look over to the bench, I see Coach Telly and Coach Cole yelling at me, telling me to go harder. So I feel like having those type of coaches and me being able to accept coaching just helped me play better.
For both of you guys, how do you learn to play off the crowd there? When it gets really excited, or which type you guys even more?
I mean, we got a great crowd here. Like, their energy just pushes us during the games and stuff.
You said the crowd?
Yeah, how much you guys learn to really play off the crowd when it really gets going like it did tonight?
I mean, like you said, like the energy is always there, but I feel like Saturday, like it needed to be more like packed, like how when they play Wagner. I want to see it like that, see how I feel. So.
How much you guys try to stay within yourselves? And I say that because you didn't have rap tonight. Just how much was it just, even though we're missing a very important piece, we still want to stay within ourselves and not have to try to do extra, maybe get out of our comfort zones?
I mean, we turned to Jakar when he came in. We knew he had to give us big minutes. So I give credit to Jakar and Cam. Cam ain't played a lot during the season, but I feel like he kept the right attitude and gave us good minutes. And Kyle also had good defensive moments. So I feel like it's not just one person on our team. Like, we got multiple options. So not having Rav and Kyle stepping up was a plus for us.
How big was positioning inside the paint? Obviously, you guys had a size advantage now, man.
Yeah, so I seen they was going small, so the game plan was just get in the paint, score. Like, they couldn't do nothing with us down there.
There was a lot of back and forth between the teams. Keyshawn, you're kind of a quiet person, but when you realized you were bigger than everybody, kind of gave it too small. How much fun is that?
He's not that quiet.
Where'd that come from? How'd that come out of you today?
I mean, for the past few games, I've been doing it. Like, it's just fun to see the ball go in the hoop and just troll.
Barry, knowing that you guys are 1 win away from being able to make it to the tournament and everything that you guys have already been able to accomplish, and I'm sure you'll be able to reflect more in the next couple hours and the next couple days leading into Saturday. But how do you not make it bigger than it is, knowing that hey, you still got to be able to play the game that you guys have been able to do the last couple months?
I mean, we just gonna stay the course. I think tomorrow we still gonna like get our treatments and stuff. Then Thursday we just back at it. So if everybody just get their extra work in and don't stay level headed, we'll be all right. So.
Barry, thoughts on Maine? Obviously, they go into Vermont, really tough place to play and win tonight pretty convincingly. They're going to be a very different team than the team you guys faced here
Yeah.
in the first conference game of the year, where you guys really put a hurting on them a little bit there.
I mean, like my previous coach always said, it's hard to beat a team 3 times. So I feel like we just listen to the defensive plans and rebound and hit our shots. We'll be all right against Maine.
Statistically, it's actually not true.
It's not true. Oh, that's not true. Oh, my fault. That's not true.
They've always said that in sports. but
Yeah,
it's
they
not
always
true.
say that. Yeah,
It's like 70% of the time, the team that won twice wins the third.
win third time. Yeah.
Keyshawn, just how much, you come to this program, you picture playing for a championship, you're going to be able to do it in your home gym. Just how much have you pictured that, and how excited are you for Saturday?
I'm really like excited for like the older guys for real. I know how much this means to them, and just to be a part of this and helping, it feels great.
Speaking of older guys, how did Earl help you guys early, settle down and get you guys to separate a little bit?
I mean, like if you hear Earl's voice, you'll get in line. He keep us in check, make sure we good. Great leader.
And I understand you guys are going to want to play for yourselves, obviously, the younger guys, but how do you find the balance between doing that and playing for guys like Earl and for Connor, who have been chasing this for a long time?
I mean, they always keep me motivated to keep going and just try to be the best I could be.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I tell you what, for 2 guys that were nervous in that hole, you're pretty damn good.
I wasn't nervous.
You want me to clip it?
Next time I come in here, I'm gonna have a hat on. March Madness hat.
Coach, if you just start with an update maybe on that.
We think it was food poisoning. My basketball day started at 10 a.m. with a phone call from Chris Cole that Raph was not feeling well. I said, oh, great. And he said, well, it kind of gets worse. He's really not feeling well. He went somewhere local here, urgent care, and they think it's food poisoning. He actually was feeling better about 2 hours before the game. And so the last call I got before I came in here into the building was that, he got a shower. He was feeling better. And then by the time I got in here, he was not feeling well at all. So, it looks like it's just hopefully a 24-hour get it out of his system and be ready to go. But, I don't expect anything less from him. No, he didn't do anything today. Yeah. Practice yesterday was fine, and then woke up to, sometime in the middle of the night and was getting sick. And like I said, they think it was food poisoning. I don't know the name of the restaurant or wherever he got food from. If I did, I probably would say that and never be able to eat there again. But I don't know.
We had no shot with Jordan food game.
What's funny is I thought about that. I really did think about that because if there's one guy that could do it, he would be able to do it. But yeah, not tonight. But it's the third time we played now. We played 2 games without Barry and now without Raph in league play. And we scored 90+ in every game. You were at UMBC, at NJIT, and tonight we were 92, 91, I think, in all 3 games.
So you didn't have much time for a contingency, only a few hours. Just conversation between you, the staff, the players. What was it like trying to prepare on the fly?
When we met this morning, so we did film at 12 o'clock. I told them, Raph was still at the urgent care. I said, look, if he can go, he's going to go. If he can't, then, we got to be ready. And again, it's the old cliche, like everyone's got to be ready. And my confidence was Ja'Kai Robinson is a true professional, handles himself the right way every single day, is locked in, works his butt off every day. So there would be no problem there. Cam Farris, if you sat there on, I'm so lost on days of the week. Today's what day? Tuesday. Sunday, we just did film. And then some of the guys, the walk-ons, the redshirt guys like Cam that haven't played much, they were down there playing 3-on-3 and 4-on-4. And when I tell you that was as intense a 3-on-3, 4-on-4 game, it was just as intense as tonight, but just with nobody there. And he was out there playing his butt off, and he comes every day. Like I just said to him, like, this hasn't gone the way he wanted it, the way that any of us wanted it or expected it for him. But he's been on the scout team. He shows up every day, works his butt off. The days where we don't do much and those guys play 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, that's an old NBA thing that you do to keep those guys fresh. He's out there like hooping. So I had no doubt that guys could step up and play, and and we're hoping that Aaron is one day away. He's got an appointment tomorrow morning that hopefully will clear him. But I told them, I said, we're going to have to put him in uniform just in case. And luckily we didn't have to get to just in case.
You put up 90, but defense, rotation, it was really solid. You got a couple violations. How proud of you were you with the defense?
Yeah, until the end when it was kind of, whatever. I looked down at one point in time coming out of one of the timeouts, and they were shooting like 30% from the field in the second half. Again, that's it. I told them after Vermont that if we saw this thing through, we had 6 league games left. We had 3 regular season and hopefully 3 in the conference tournament. And if we defended the way we defended that night, then we'd have a big celebration here. And we're going to have to do it one more time. And so far they've done it. We've guarded well enough, but we're going to have to bring it to a different level on Saturday.
So your guys are capable of being mean in the sporting sense, and I say that in basketball terms. I think 6th biggest team in the country in terms of height per minutes played. They're 357. About the second media timeout, it seemed like you guys figured out, okay, no more shots. We're going to the rim here. We're just going to be domineering. Is that created by the staff, or is that individual mindsets? How do you see that?
Well, that was a big part of the game plan we talked about when we first met to talk about them on Sunday. Was we had to win the paint. We won the paint up there. We lost the paint here the second time we played them. And they've been shooting it well. They've been shooting it well from 3, but it was still about the paint and having to go dominate the glass, which we were okay. We weren't great tonight. We could have been better. But it was about guarding the right way and keeping them out of the paint, keeping them from getting easy ones, making them have to work for everything. And, we were able to do that.
I remember a couple weeks back, and I don't remember exactly who it was that said it, but they talked about
They can come in. Told her to come in. Sorry, Mike. Yeah, seriously. Deadlines are way gone. We're talking all night.
tomorrow and Thursday.
There you go.
We talked about your guys were talking about the selflessness, and obviously, I'm sure you would have loved to see Rafty out there, but because of this team just being so selfless, when you do have a night like tonight, and you've had other guys step up, does that make it easier when you do have a player, whether it be Rafty or some of the guys that have gone out?
Big time. Yeah, that's Keyshawn, I thought, had a great answer with that about, like, he's excited for the other guys. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, the way they reacted to Earl when he was player of the year, like, that's pretty cool. Like, that doesn't happen everywhere. Guys will be happy, but they're not. Those guys have been overjoyed for each other. In the last key, and it's funny, he just walked in here. On our board before the game, we have the matchups, we have our first play and our defense, and then our keys, offensively, defensively, and specials, 1, 2, and 3. And that's the guy in the back. That's what he always had. So our third key of specials is always from the very first scrimmage against Fairfield here, October, whatever it was. The third key every game has been for each other. And the other thing is, this was not his. This is my original. The first thing I put on the board every time we get in there is put team up there at the very top in big, bold letters, because team's above everything. And this group epitomizes that. They really do. Like they really, really, really do. They care about one thing. They care two things. They care about each other and they care about winning, and that's it. And they have been on a mission from the very, 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 very get-go. Sitting downstairs in that room the first time they came together, and going across the board, and everybody, yeah, I want to win, I want to win, I want to win. And the question was posed to them: do you want to win for you on your terms, or do you want to win for us on our terms? And that was the commitment we all made to each other, and they have they have seen that through at least to now. And now we got to get across the finish line.
You mentioned the guy that walked in here, and I know you could give me the cliche coach response. I know you're happy for your team, but being the son of a coach and now being one game away from being able to play in March Madness, someone that watched this, how special is that?
I mean, when I heard they were coming, that was everything, like everything. And the funny thing is, his second year, he won the Atlantic 10 tournament championship, beating the Rhody Rams in the Spectrum. And then beyond that, he went to the Sweet 16. I mean, we'll get there when we get there. But, yeah, I mean, we don't it's hard as our family. Like, it's hard because I don't know when my kids, the last time they've seen him, I don't know. I don't remember when it was. So for things like us to bring this together, bring us together, is awesome. It's awesome. And to have, my kids be here and be so into it, and my wife be more of a lunatic than I am on the sidelines. My in-laws here, that's special. Like that's special that our family, close or extended, can rally around that. Because that's what I grew up with. I said this to somebody the other day, like walking into that gym, and it was a section, 2 sections, maybe 2.5 sections, right, of friends and family and all these people that it was a family reunion every night. Every Wednesday and Saturday, it was like a family reunion. So, we don't quite have that here. We do have a good community here of people, but any chance to have them here, and my mom's undefeated, right? Are you undefeated this year? Yes. She's undefeated. So my dad is not. We lost to Towson, but his record's pretty good. So, but yeah, that right there. I mean, you guys know me. Like, I love my team and my family. Like that's who I am. That's it. And the chance to blend those things together is pretty cool.
Phil, this will be the third time in 5 years there's a championship game played in that gym. And, the first time was 2 upset seeds, but the last 2 times have been Bryant as 1 seed, and in 2 different leagues, no less. Can you just speak to the standard that has been set here over now an extended period of time?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this to you guys before. Like when we met in that day in June, whenever that was, I told them like last year was a good year. And I was super appreciative of everybody that would come by and say, man, you guys had a good year. You had a good year. You had a good year. But it wasn't a great year. And I just want us to always be chasing great and try to chase great. And, we're on the verge. We're on the verge, and it was nice of everybody last year. They'd come by, they'd send a message like, oh, it was a good year. It was a good year. And not downplaying that. I'm appreciative of that support. But I want people to say, man, Bryant had a great year. They really had a great year. And so far, we've been really, really, really close to that.
But when you look at the main team that's coming in here, you've seen him twice. Just what kind of style, what kind of mark has Chris Markwood put on that program? What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, he's done a great job. I mean, he had my vote for Coach of the Year, and what he's done there. A hard job, a hard place, all those things. But he's a guy that bleeds that state. He bleeds that university, having played there and grown up there. They're a tough team to play against. They're very defensive minded. They have 2 really good defensive guards. They have other guys that can defend. They have the defensive player of the year in Kellen Tynes. And we're going to have to match their level defensively and figure out ways to score the ball. And we've been able to do that twice against them this year, but this one's a little different. So, but we have to be locked into on the court. It's about the court. It's about, what I told them at halftime. It's about the ball. That's what it's about. Not about any of the hoopla or the other team chirping or whatever. It's about the ball, and that's what we need to do is focus on that one more time. Mine? You have to. If he's late one more time, he's got detention. So are Mara and Nate going to school tomorrow? They'll be in school. Yeah, they'll be in school. No one listened to me for the snow delays though. Like you couldn't get your weather people to crawl like, oh, there's a surprise blizzard for 7 inches of snow tomorrow.
You have to decide what you want, blizzard or 60.
I'll take 60 and I'll take a win. That's what I'll take. I don't care if it's a blizzard or 60. We'll take a win.